went out to this one club, ran into the singer Miguel, and I went up to him and I introduced myself and I asked him if we can take a picture. And he was like, yeah, sure. He was super cool at first. And I was like, I just want to introduce myself to you. My name is Sion Bass. I'm a student at the University of New Mexico. I'm majoring in health and human services. I'm really passionate about sexual health and sexual education and getting folks tested. And I love your song, Adorn. I've made myself orgasm to it many of times, and I love the song. Thank you. So cool. We take a selfie, cute little photo. But right after we take the photo, he reaches his hand down my shirt and takes my breast out of my top. Like literally pulls my breast out of my shirt right after we take a photo. And I'm like, I froze because it was so sudden and it was so like,
I'm just going to say this. She said that she went up to him and told him she loves his music. She loves it so much that she loves herself listening to his music.
Uh-huh.
And they took a picture and she got offended when he, stuck his hand in her shirt. To me, it sounded as though she was open to anything because she loved him that much. I mean, you felt the need to share with him the things you do in your privacy to his music. You felt the need to share that with him. So he felt the need to say, well, hey, I mean, you do it in private, then you don't have to do it in private no more. We can go back to my room right now. Matter of fact, let me just show you. Let me just get things started for you, okay? Since you about that life.
Right. Cause see, I am all heterosexual woman. But when I saw the clip, I couldn't help but notice a very attractive woman. I was wondering where the conversation was going because one of them was on World Star Hip Hop, but I see this very attractive woman. You can see it. So when I hear the conversation, she said she told his man, number one, that she has orgasms to his music.
To his music.
That she self-love, right? So women, you have to be mindful that when you enter certain conversations, I'm not all for one to have someone to invade your personal space, but it did come off like an invitation that, hey, it was like almost like, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Like your language, your conversation made him feel like it was okay for him to address you in that manner because your conversation was sexual. And you talked about, you love your sexual health. You told me, you basically told this man, you are a sexually liberated woman. You are a free spirit. I love your music. And I'm sexually attracted to you because I do things to my body and I have orgasms to your music. And so you basically gave him permission. You gave him permission, like Ro James said. You gave him the green light to engage you in a sexual manner because your conversation was about sex. Now, if it was different, you all was talking about apples and oranges and, oh my God, I'm such a fan, and he did that, the conversation would be different.
Right.
But, and I'm like, again, I'm not negating somebody going your personal space.
It doesn't make it right.
But your conversation did open up that window to make him feel like it was okay to interact with you in a sexual connotation because your conversation was sex, period.
Yeah.
And your conversation was sex.
And I would say this, to be, quite blunt. What kind of woman walks up and starts talking about how she have orgasm to some art you do? Okay, you sound like a freak hoe to me. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so all right, let's get it popping. You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby, I'm just as freaky as you. You know? I mean, so, and then you have the nerve to sit up and what's wrong with you? All that psychology school that you learning, is really
skewed.
Yeah, because you sound like a jackass.
She sound trying to get a check.
Right, trying to get a check. Because I hate to say this, that's why a lot of times it's hard for women to come out if they have been raped or they, you bring accusations because of that. It was like, well, you made it. What did you have on? Those type of archaic way of thinking. And so when you have someone who that wasn't the dynamic and they're violated, then versus someone who open the door,
willing, like seriously open the door.
So it's kind of hard, and I'm saying like you open it up. You started that conversation, so it's a little bit. You look a little foul. Want to holler about he went down your shirt. You gave him permission to do so by your conversation. And so, ladies, if you don't want nobody to defile you or violate your personal space, do not entertain
Do not
or start
defile
conversations
yourself
by talking in a sexual manner to a man. Period. And you don't feel like you don't want him to act out on that thing. And so, as women, we have to be careful in that craftiness. That's craftiness.
Yes.
So you open the door. You talking about sex, and then when the man try you in that manner, he stuck his hand down my like he did it. I can't believe that. Yes, you can. You told this man you had orgasms to his music and adorn you was your favorite song, so he adorned your breast with his hand.
Yes.
So women, we really have to be mindful that I am so against violence against women. But as women, we have to be mindful of the conversations we have and the boundaries that we set when we talk to the opposite sex and even the same sex. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry. I'm going to be in line with the man on that. You open the door for that, for him to adorn your boob with his hand.
I hate those kind of situations, because,
You get those a lot?
Huh?
You get those a lot?
You've been there in the industry.
Yeah,
you know the story.
I just, because I know that's what I'm thinking in my mind, because of me, having the entertainment experience. A girl came to me like that, I mean, she, to me, okay, straight action. You know what I'm saying? So to think anything else, it's like, really, what's wrong with you? Why would you even come to me like that? What kind of respect you have for yourself? And you're going to say, I disrespect you? You disrespecting yourself.
I think he just felt like, if anything, like, oh, well, you like me this much. Let me give you a memory.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you can hear my song again, now you can remember how the hand of, you feel the feel of my hand.
Now you got something
you feel of my hand.
Tell your friends or like.
Right.
What person?
Because that was her conversation.
Who expresses themselves in that manner to an
artist?
She put
herself.
That.
She put herself.
Never, ever. Even I was in the presence of Idris Elba, I ain't say, listen. No, I had all kind of chocolate dreams about you. You know what I'm saying?
Gosh.
Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm being so serious. Like, who does that?
Nobody.
Who does
Nobody.
that?
At least people who do it, they're going to go through with whatever it is that happens afterwards. Because
I've seen girls, I never personally had it happen to me, but I've seen it happen. And it's just the craziest thing because these girls be, all geeked up and they give off this vibe, you know what I'm saying? That, hey, this is what it is. Their manner, their actions, they may turn over and pull their dress up and start showing you all their panties and doing all kind of things. And then when the guys or the guy or whatever, he gets physical because, one thing about it, we have to understand, really, on this planet, there are only two races. Okay, a lot of people say there's black, there's white, there's Chinese, this and that. There's really two races, and that's man and a woman, because all men can relate. All women can relate. I don't care what color they are. They all can relate to the same things. You understand? And the only difference is man and woman. And women, if they do a certain thing or come off in a certain way, men, they have a certain reaction. You dig what I'm saying? And this is where the disconnect comes in, that women or some girls or, do not understand that there's certain things that you don't put forth in front of a man in dealing with him in a certain way. Because just like, when I used to have a snake and I get the rat and try and feed it to him, he has bit my hand.
Oh, wow.
You understand what I'm saying? Not because he was trying to bite me, because at that time I had put him, because his food was there.
Right.
You understand? And he clicked into that mode. His brain and his endorphins started, filling up and rushing in that pattern. And it was beyond his control. Emotionally, he struck. You dig what I'm saying?
I did.
Normally, if I just was messing with him or this and that, he wouldn't bite me. He wouldn't do anything. You dig what I'm saying? But when I put that food in the arena and then put my hand in the same place, all bets were off. You dig what I'm saying?
That's a good analogy.
Let me ask you a question. Did you feel any type of way about feeding a rat to a snake? Like it was a live thing and you
I didn't,
That's a little twisted.
Yeah, I was kind of twisted with animals.
Yeah, that's
growing
a little
up.
twisted.
That's why he said you got to match they crazy.
Right.
Yeah. I've assaulted, unfortunately. I don't know what it was, but I did things, that was not, the thing to do, but I've done them. So, I mean, far as feeding some rats to a snake, it was kind of entertaining to me.
Oh, that's terrible.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm saying this.
No judgment zone.
Yeah, I'm just.
No
I'm just-
judgment
Sorry,
zone.
honey, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I
could
mean,
just see
just
the
to
whole
watch.
Judgment zone over there.
Just to watch.
Your daughter judging you, right? She's like, that's my daddy.
That's terrible.
Really?
But just to watch the snake, corner the rat and, strike him and squeeze the life out of him and then watch him swallow him down was, something to see, I guess in my mind, I guess it's a form of, I don't know, is it a form of immaturity or is it a form of just, I don't know, something, I don't know. I can't
think
explain
you learned
that.
some life application skills by watching
I
that.
don't know what that is.
Those who in the matter of the food chain, when you see that life will eat you up like that.
Yeah, I think so.
You don't want to be that rat.
No, that's true. That's true. But at the time, I didn't care.
Good
You
one.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care, and I didn't have emotions towards it, not realizing it. But I knew the rat was scared. I could see the fear. You know what I'm saying? And they're just shaking and running, and just terrified. And
You couldn't have fed him anything else? You had to feed
I
him
actually started breeding the mice.
rats? Oh my gosh.
Just
Just
so,
for death.
And just be like,
yeah.
it's just for gain.
I actually started breeding the mice because again, I got something out of that, far as like being able to
Watch him
reproduce.
Off with
You know what I'm
heads.
saying?
Ew, that is
and-
so crazy.
And then,
I brought you in this world. I'm gonna take you out.
oh
Right,
my goodness!
Right. Oh, this little mice here.
And then I was able to feed the snake his fill. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could just, I get him full, because I was like, before, and I was like buying them from the store. So, kind of this was, being savvy too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah,
Yeah, I can
I ain't
only
finna,
imagine.
I ain't
Right.
finna
Buying
keep buying. Yeah, I'm a
Right.
businessman. So
Right.
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not finna keep buying no rats for you, buddy.
Hustle man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hustle man, exactly. So I had to come up with something quick. And so I'm like, I will reproduce. And man, I had.
But he tried to clown me about my little mice come home for
Yo,
physical
right.
science.
And this
but he
guy
breeding
is-
mice.
Right. And
Feeding
then
the
killing
snake.
them.
Oh,
The
yeah.
things you learn when you're watching clips.
That's terrible. Do we have another clip?
Yeah, we have another clip.
Okay.
Let's see what it is.
New tonight, a grieving mother told us the state didn't do enough to prevent her daughter's suicide. The state says neither did the mother. In fact, they say the mother watched the suicide on Facebook Live and even egged her daughter on. CBS 4's Carrie Codd has more of the jaw-dropping accusations. Carrie.
7 weeks ago, I sat in a conference room in a lawyer's office in the building behind me. I listened to Naika Vernant's mother criticize DCF for not doing enough to prevent her daughter's very public suicide. Tonight, in a newly released report from DCF, the agency is saying the same thing about the mother. The public suicide on Facebook Live of Naika Vanant while she was in foster care continues to reverberate through Florida's child welfare system. This report, released late Monday afternoon by DCF, sheds new light on Naika's case and what DCF believes was her mother's role in the suicide. The report alleges that Gina Kays, Naika's mother, was following Naika while she was on Facebook Live for the 2 hours that preceded her suicide, and that during that time she wrote things that could be considered mentally injurious to her suicidal child and failed to seek help for her daughter. Specifically, DCF cited this post on the Facebook feed, allegedly from Naika's mom. It reads, "You keep crying wolf. You dead. You will get buried. Life goes on after a young person that doesn't listen to their parents, trying to be grown, seeking boys and girls' attention instead of her books." Stacy Schmerling is one of the attorneys for Naika's mother. She takes issue with both allegations.
The mother was absolutely not online at any time during her daughter's suicide. The statement that is attributed to Naika's mother was made after Naika was already deceased. But Naika's mother was told that it was all hoax, that the suicide was a hoax and her daughter was not deceased.
The allegations from DCF are in stark contrast to the emotion we saw from Naika's mother in the days after her daughter died.
I am sick and devastated.
Naika and her mom had a complicated history. Her mother lost custody, got her back, then lost custody again. There are allegations that Naika was sexually abused in foster care by a teenage boy and began acting out sexually. Schmerling says Naika's mom routinely told Naika's case manager that her daughter was using social media in violation of a court order, but it was to no avail. The report says Naika told a caseworker prior to her suicide that her mother no longer wanted her, but Schmerling says that's not true.
At no point would she have said that she doesn't want to have any type of relationship with her daughter.
Now, the attorney for Naika's mother says Naika was shuttled between 14 different foster homes over 9 months and that none of those homes provided the kind of care that she needed. DCF says they're trying to learn from Naika's case. They're providing more mental health training for employees, teaching foster parents about social media usage by kids, and also making sure there are enough specialized therapeutic homes in the area. Live in Plantation, Carrie Codd, CBS 4 News Tonight.
Such a sad story. Thank you so much.
It's ridiculous. That is so sad. And you know what? Like, the mom is like, I mean, sorry, hate to say it. I'm just going off of what I see and what I feel. Mm-hmm. But she's like, oh, I can't believe this. Oh, such and such and such. Yet prior to, we just watched the mom saying all this crazy stuff to the girl. So I'm just sorry. I don't believe that you feel that bad about, you know what I'm saying? She's that in tune with what's going on.
Right. The sad thing about it, when it broke, the same day when this happened, I was on Facebook and saw it flooding in the timeline. And the allegations of the mother back and forth of the daughter was right there at the time. And so to hear that conflictual, you know, from the lawyer saying that it happened after the fact that she posted that after that, when we were on Facebook, everybody was like, oh my God, the little girl, one of my Facebook friends, that's their cousin. Oh, and so they were talking about, oh my God, my little cousin just killed herself live on Facebook. Oh my God, like you see in the litany.
You didn't see it, did you?
I didn't see it. Our person didn't see it. But a lot of people out of the Miami Gardens area, saw it. And so my timeline is flooded with that. Wow. And so I remember that day. And I even think I might have went live and I got to check up my feed. But I remember speaking about it because it broke my heart, you know, because the mother is almost like the way it came out at the time it happened was almost like, you just want attention. You need to stop that, blah, blah, blah. You know, mother was, you know, calling a bluff, right? But not thinking that the child would take it to that extreme, right? And that when she killed herself, it was like everybody was like, "What just happened?" Like, if memory serves me correct, I don't want to say it wrong, but I think it was something like she hung herself. So people were watching it, and so after that, that's when Facebook started doing some different features to the live feature and doing some different things to prohibit certain things like that because they don't want that to become a pattern that people use live for that platform because that's not the first time in the last couple of months that somebody's committed suicide on Facebook Live. And so a lot of millennials are taking those different social media platforms to you know, get a grander scale to suicide or to bullying, cyberbullying, and the whole gamut of things with their social media platforms. But it's sad, you know, that their brokenness between a mother and a daughter transcended to a young girl decided to take her life because she didn't feel love. And that breaks my heart, you know, to be void of an innate natural mother love or a father's love, for a lot of people, it's devastating.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That is terrible. Wow. Okay. Do we have another clip?
Yeah.
You know another plan.
Some part you're gonna be okay. I think you're gonna feel better when Dawn get here. That's fine. You're gonna be okay. It looks worse in the camera. It looks worse. Don't look in the camera. You're better off looking in the mirror.
That's crazy. What was that about?
I don't know.
At first, I thought it was, the aftermath
Wait a minute.
of Botox.
Wait a minute. Look, that's crazy. What was that? I don't know.
I don't know.
What?
It's getting late. I don't know.
Okay, thank you very much.
Late. My voice is not here. Why you gotta be here? So, I mean, we have suspected it could either be two things: Botox, or this young lady was beaten.
She looked
Some
like she
type
was. I mean, from the reactions, and I don't know, because
think
it
she
do
got
look
beat up.
like some Botox, but then again, it looked like she was
eyes.
beat because
Yeah,
she
'cause
had
she
some.
here.
She had some black eyes.
But people look like that after
After
plastic surgery.
Botox,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. And I don't think
they're
she
like,
was
because she's
beat.
you could look and tell she's an attractive girl. That's why I was like, is she? But I said botched. Yeah,
Yeah.
She said
like
botched.
after plastic surgery, and the way she was crying could be painful. And so
Could
we're going
be.
to say, y'all, plastic surgery could have been the cause of her looking like that. Not all beauty is worth that kind of pain.
This is true.
So I just
Or
wanted
she could have got them paws put on
I
her.
don't
Right.
think
We
so,
trying
though,
to
because she
go
didn't
with-
have any, for her to, you know what,
She's a
but
pretty girl.
she didn't have any scratches on her face or nothing like that, so.
She had rings around her eyes. Then she had scratches
And it
on
was
her
like this
face.
right here. This is what I was thinking, maybe Botox, because this right here was like, but up here was like puffy. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe she had a facelift or something.
I don't know. But that wasn't pretty.
I don't know.
But you could tell she was a pretty girl. But
Poor thing.
Yeah. Well, we got one more clip, so.
Okay.
Greetings. Welcome to Maccabee's Medical Mondays, where it's all about food with medicinal properties like these pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds, nature's snacks for your medical needs. So many nutrients, too much to tell. Iron, zinc, magnesium as well. Helps with good cholesterol, HDL, antioxidant, good for the cell. Something that I learned, it kills parasites and worm. Those unwanted ones that are among us, antibacterial, antifungus. Wait, it's great for the prostate, for the BPH, help you urinate, and I think it could be linked to the zinc. It's got enough zinc, even more than shrimp. Toast it, roast it, eat it raw, even helps with the menopause. Grind it. Add it to your greetings. Welcome to Maccabee's Medical Mondays, where it's all about food.
That was so good.
Yeah, I like that.
That was good.
Medical Mondays.
All right. I don't like pumpkin seeds.
Well,
but-
pumpkin seeds are good if you sprinkle like a little sea salt and put it in the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's delicious.
All right.
But it's best if you eat
Ain't
them
it raw?
raw.
I know, but
I got some raw.
Baby
You want to
stuff.
taste them?
I don't know
you
what
put a
that
little
tastes
sea
like.
salt on.
No
They're
sea
raw?
salt. It's
They're-
straight raw.
Are they wet? Are they
Kosher
wet?
salt.
No, they're not. They're
I
not
guess
wet.
we could try, but I need a little flavor, like put a little,
She's like salt.
just a little bit, smidge it. But yeah, that's cool. Him teaching people
That is,
a
yeah.
holistic way of living and eating, and the
Yes.
benefits of eating
Yes.
raw. So I always heard it's best to eat live food because we are live
Yes.
beings.
Yes, that's true.
And
You
so
don't
when we
put
eat
things.
dead matters, it makes your body dead.
Dead. Right.
So that was cool. And
All right.
that was
I'm
like the
finna
little
go
beat
on a
Rastaman,
live.
right?
I'm gonna go on a live lifestyle change.
How long?
Let's see. I gotta prepare myself, okay?
Yeah,
So I can't just, I'm one of those realistic people, who
Right.
don't say, I'm starting today and then tomorrow come and you break.
Bust some chicken.
I'm gonna, right.
some
So
fish.
I'm gonna start,
You see, AD got everything. This is AD is.
I'll start Monday. How about that?
He my I don't want to say my root.
They're raw?
You know, my little healthy eating.
I thought they were going to be like.
Is that cranberries?
Yeah, that's.
Okay, now, ladies.
Wait,
hold on. Where we go? Cause I know listen. Did y'all see that interview with Sway and Erykah Badu talk about the cranberries? Okay, I'm being womanish right now.
Okay.
So Sway was like going in on Erykah Badu, right? And he was like, "What is that smell?" He's like, "Man, you smell good." Like he was like intoxicated. Like he was like basically he was smelling her pheromones. And she said, "Oh, I don't have any perfume. That's my pie." Her pie. She's talking about her female area, and she said that what it is the scent of her cranberry. And so she eats lots of cranberries. So she was telling the ladies that it's really good, not only good for urinary tract health, but it's good for your pH and for your scent. And so Sway was going in. I'm talking about like going in. Like I was like, fresh cranberries. So ladies, you hear about watermelon and pineapple, load up on your cranberries and eat it raw. So I just wanted to drop in that tidbit because it's all over YouTube. So look up Sway and Erykah Badu and cranberry, and you will see it for yourself how he went in about her scent. He was just like, it's intoxicating. Like he was all over her, like
really
all in her personal space. So oh my God, I tell you how many cranberries. I'm just saying. But yeah, so that was super funny. When I saw that, I was like, pineapples.
Wait a minute.
For real.
Just imagine how many people come home. Where you going? Oh, I'm just going to the store. Why you got all these
cranberries? But you know it's good for urinary tract health.
Right. But you know you're not even gonna be eating them.
And like prebiotics. If you notice, like in the the health area, they have like cranberry stuff for women.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's definitely true.
Go cranberry, eat that raw. So we talk about going live, having live diets. So make sure you have some cranberry.
Yes, okay.
Have some cranberry on deck with the pineapple and watermelon. Yep.
So I tried the pumpkin seeds.
The pumpkin seeds.
They taste good. They actually do. They don't taste bad.
I told her they're good. I've only had them with little kosher salt.
No, they taste good. They don't even need anything.
I'm gonna go ahead and taste a little bit. Since y'all last week, when I couldn't make it, y'all had chef culinary up in here. Oh, I'm a little saucy about last week.
Sorry about
I'm saucy.
that. I'm sorry.
I'm saucy.
It was a surprise.
Mm-hmm. They ate good. The chunky girl went here for the food, but I got some good food tonight. So they had cooked food, but they giving me little good rabbit food right now. No. So let me go and taste these little pumpkin seeds without salt right now. Let's see.
It doesn't taste bad, right?
No, they're good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually very nice.
See, AD be trying to get me on this health kick.
I was thinking when he said raw, like,
it's good.
They came straight out of the pumpkin and they was going to have all the sloosh stuff up.
Slime.
I was like, all right, what? No. Yeah, but they're good.
It's good, y'all. Go live.
Yeah.
It's your diet.
Yeah.
An alkaline body.
You want to do it?
Yeah, I've been doing it little by little.
No, I need you to do it I need you to, like, for real.
Yeah, I've been doing it for real. Like, for real.
No, not little by little.
No, I'm like transitioning my body.
Okay.
Even juicing and all.
Okay.
I'm so serious.
I'm talking about, like, when I'm saying, like.
See, that meat, though, like, you know.
You're going to do it. You got to do it.
How long, though?
I mean, at least try it for a month.
Okay, I can do a month.
But a good way to do it is give yourself, like, say, okay, I'm doing this for a week.
Okay.
And then you make it a week. And say, okay, I'm going to do this another week. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Because sometimes you say, all right, I'm doing this for 3 months. You already done psyched yourself out. You know what I'm saying?
After the first week, I can't do this.
Right, because you thinking about, man, I got to do this for so long.
Okay,
so
we can do this.
Give yourself, small time increments. And then.
Because see me, when I see results.
Girl, turn up.
Okay, I be up in beast mode.
All right. So when you want to start?
What is this? We got April coming up. Yeah, we can start April. They give you a week or so.
Oh, it's only a week left in this month?
Just about. What's today, the 23rd? Yeah.
Okay.
April Fools.
You are terrible.
No, but we can figure out. No, seriously.
No, for real.
Okay.
Serious.
I'm serious. Because I don't really be hungry like that anyway.
Yeah, go live, girl. Nothing dead. Everything got to be live.
Okay. Let's do this.
And if you cook it, it has to be, you can only, like, steam it. You can't.
Very little, because I don't really do a lot of steaming on the vegetables.
I'll let you, like, eat is, like, probably fish or something.
Okay.
Good fish. No tilapia. That
right,
ain't fish.
I don't eat that no
more.
more.
That ain't fish. I don't know what that is.
I don't eat that. When I found out, I was like,
I don't know what that is.
I don't buy tilapia no more.
A little salmon. But,
I do salmon.
You don't eat salmon?
No, I do.
Oh, you do? Mm-hmm. It's not live if it's dead, huh? It's not live if it's like
fresh.
Raw. It's not
Sushi.
live if it's raw.
Let's go to raw sushi. That's
Raw?
for sushi.
Yeah, that I used to like raw sushi. River Gardens.
Oh yeah. But see, I found out about it in the A-Town. Stop shouting, bucket.
Oh, what? I didn't know they had a raw.
Oh
up
yeah,
there.
that's what the first time I had it.
I used to, before I stopped eating shellfish, I used to love the scallop dynamite. You eat that?
Girl, yes.
Ooh!
Look,
Yeah.
some good eating, y'all.
Yeah. I used to like raw. So yeah, we can try that.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna see how that goes. But in the meantime, between time, we are about to. She's enjoying. I see you turning up over there.
These cranberries.
Yeah, I see. But we are about to close out. We did have a great show tonight. I would like to thank.
Wait a minute. Wait. I smell you.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, you smelled me before I ate these cranberries, because I own my scents, okay? Take a good old bath.
I'm smelling your pheromones. Smells so good.
See, why did I even tell you this story?
I quit.
Y'all ate these too much. Pineapples
Cranberries.
and cranberries.
Cranberries.
Yeah. Thank you, Erica Badu, for that lesson.
That was something, huh?
I mean, he went in. When you see it, you're going to look it up.
I'm going to watch it.
Look it up.
And you know, all the girls going to be trying to eat cranberries.
Yeah, eat cranberries.
You know, when they came out with pineapples,
Baby,
everybody
listen,
was trying to get
Dole
some pineapples.
went up in stock. You know what I'm telling you? Dole was like, can another rap star say pineapples or something?
Yeah, so, okay, it's here.
Beyonce, watermelon.
Yeah, but watermelon is just an aphrodisiac, supposedly.
But its water is really good. I mean, so many benefits.
It's
to
good.
water.
It's great antioxidants. It's full of antioxidants. But I don't know what it does for the rest of the.
Beyonce told us.
Okay.
I don't partake in that watermelon, but I like real watermelon.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what watermelon she was talking about?
Well, what Beyonce?
Oh.
Yeah, Jay-Z would eat that, and then she
Okay.
drinks the watermelon.
Okay.
You didn't catch that?
Wait a minute.
Y'all didn't catch that? Oh my God! Urban Dictionary tells you stuff like
What
that.
watermelon is? Oh, okay. Urban Dictionary. They do
Yeah,
tell you.
I ain't gonna front. I had to look it up. I was like, "What's she talking about? Watermelon? You know, pineapples. You know what they say?" And I was like, "Beyonce, that's what you were saying." It changed the whole song for me.
Okay, what? Wait, okay.
She's
What?
talking about a fallacious act
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh.
that she performs to her husband.
How is
Right.
that watermelon? I don't understand.
Because I've been drinking watermelon, so it's the play on where they say if you eat fresh fruits, it makes your body secretions be sweet, more easy
Right.
to, more palatable. So what
So
she's
he
saying
was
there,
eating watermelon?
she's saying that she partakes of his watermelon. She's the
Oh,
one performing.
he
So it's a
cast the
flip. It's
watermelon.
like
Oh.
it's like the inverse. So the
But
when
it's
I
not-
read it,
It's not that he's eating watermelon. It's just that's
No, it's just that.
what she's calling it, watermelon.
she basically she's basically saying that he eats watermelon. She enjoys the fallacious act with her husband because of the watermelon.
He eats watermelon?
He eats watermelon because
trying
supposedly
to say-
what you eat. Listen,
I'm
okay.
trying to say it without
'Cause he's
saying
not
it.
getting it.
He want me to say it, and I
Right?
will
No,
not.
don't say it. Listen.
I need you to say it.
What
We
you
need
eat,
clarification.
What you eat comes out of you. So if you eat a lot of
I understand that, but I'm trying
I said
to...
it's more palatable.
right, what
What's
part of
more
that don't
palatable?
you? What's coming out?
Okay. I understand.
Cranberries is real good.
Right.
wrong.
But what I'm saying, okay, she say she eat the watermelon?
He eats.
He eats the watermelon.
Right.
And then she's
She's drinking his watermelon.
okay, so
He eats the watermelon.
he's having oral sex with her, and
In reverse.
Right.
On the
She's-
inverse. She's enjoying the fallacious act. She's not receiving.
oh, okay,
gosh.
okay. I mean, if you just say what
I
you
said
She did.
okay, because I thought she was getting the watermelon from him, and I'm like, okay.
Hey, you old school. I just knew you
Hey,
was going to get it
wasn't-
first
No,
quarter.
Just
Listen,
go
it
back
did-
into that, and he still said the same thing.
It didn't make sense to me. That's why I was trying to figure out, because she was like, she enjoyed his watermelon. Okay.
Do you understand it though?
She enjoy his water. I mean, but he don't have no watermelon.
He's eating watermelon.
Right. But
So when it comes
listen,
out of his
Comes out
body,
of his body.
through his ejaculation.
yeah, okay. That's what I was trying to say. But that's what I
Yes,
asked you guys.
it's
That's what I was
palatable.
asking you earlier was she saying he was
Gross.
eating her watermelon and then it's coming back through him.
No, he's just eating regular watermelon
No, that's what she
fruit.
just said.
No, he's just eating watermelon
No,
fruit.
But
No,
she's saying
no,
she's been
see, you-
drinking watermelon. Because
Exactly.
they're saying that when men eat watermelon, it makes them sweet.
Right, when they eat anything besides
Right.
meat,
Yeah.
it's supposed to
Pineapples.
make,
Or what, yeah. As long as you're not eating fatty
Like
Okay.
foods and
vegetables.
acid
Okay.
and soda.
Okay, see, this
But
is my
what
point.
he's saying is, okay, he's saying that Jay-Z was eating her watermelon and then she was getting it back through him. Like, no swapping. It's just he's eating a live fruit and
Okay.
it's just coming out.
TMI.
Exactly.
Oh, you
in the
wanted to
song.
know.
That's what I was saying. Like Beyonce was a TMI. So it was like the whole Erykah Badu and
Wow.
Sway going in on her saying he was like, going in. And I was
What
like,
made her say that?
because she said she didn't have on any perfume.
No,
Right.
what made
Oh, Beyonce?
Beyonce
Because she was being womanish. I'm a grown woman. Like if you listen to the
Oh,
lyrics.
that's womanish? That's
Yeah,
what that's
well,
called?
I'm
Oh, is
saying
that-
she was being risque.
is
She
that
was
being-
speaking in
I've
the
been
sexual
drinking
connotation.
watermelon.
Yeah, she was being risque. Because Beyonce, if you listen to her music, I love Beyonce.
was that being sexual?
can't
Yeah, she's
even-
being very sexual.
You can't
Yeah.
even sing that anymore.
I told
and-
you that I
and
can.
not necessarily.
I told you when
you
I found out. And I found out because being around, working in a collegiate environment, and they was like, and I heard them saying, and I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, look it up, Miss Williams. And I was like, I can't sing that anymore.
You're right, because it's like you can't.
Like
I've
I
been
can't. That's just
drinking
gross. That's nasty.
watermelon. What?
Yeah, like young kids put me on today. It was like on the Urban Dictionary. Like I thought you was cool. I thought you knew everything. I was like, well, I didn't know that. Apparently,
I didn't know what
So
you was
whoever
talking about.
heard ghost writers.
Yeah.
They wrote that in the song. So it was
Yeah.
very
Wow.
sexual.
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
she
yeah.
know that?
She
I
knows.
mean,
Yeah.
because you remember in the video, like she's ripping off her shirt, like they in the car freaking out, like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
partying. So she's saying like, I get it. You want to spice up the things for married folks. Married people.
Yeah, that's
A married bed is undefiled. So if she want to drink his watermelon, she can drink his watermelon. I
honey.
just don't drink watermelon. I think
Honey,
it's gross. So
honey.
that's not my thing.
Well, I don't know. I hear that the marriage bed is undefiled. Does that mean that I can bring a third party in the bed? Does that mean I can?
Why did I just open this?
I'm
conversation?
I don't know.
That's
The
just a
show is
question
completely
because
over, yo.
Are we still live? No, man. I'm not gonna answer the question.
I'm just saying. That's. I mean,
To each his own.
Right.
I don't know. The reason I would say that because it's just like it says. The Father has. Made everything, good for us to eat and this and that, yada, yada. But then again, you say don't eat swine.
Right.
Yeah,
Well, that's
understand what I'm saying?
because the swine is in Jewish culture. They don't eat pork because of the husband,
shrimp,
because of the cleanliness
lobster.
laws. When you think
Right.
of the Levitical law,
Right.
so everything has its context.
Right. That's just like you're not to commit adultery. So that's if you were to bring someone else into your bed.
Well, you're not
regardless-
committing adultery at that point because she
'Cause she
knows
gave you
about
consent.
it. Y'all all together.
We're just thinking about that's just like women gave consent to concubines. To me, it's the same dynamic. It's just she just not laying in the bed with you.
Well, a concubine is that's a
That's
concubine.
another wife, but you still sharing. She's still in bed. Y'all still sharing the same
that's
male
fornication.
partner.
These cranberries.
That's fornication.
These cranberries.
It's fornication.
Cranberries. These cranberries fat.
It's fornication, not adultery. But
Okay.
it just
Well, you're not supposed to do that either.
right. But
So cancel that out.
But it
Right.
just says that I know about the Levitical laws, but even Christ says, the book says, the Father says that, he that eats swine flesh will burn in the lake of fire.
Well, I done
along
burned
with-
plenty of time when I was busting down that bacon.
Oh! You stop that. I hope you stop that. 'Cause she said it so
shot
passionately.
No, she did.
Listen,
On that bacon. Oh my
Y'all.
goodness.
I don't eat it like I used to. No, seriously. Like, I gave away pork. The Latin in me. We be doing a little
Yeah,
pork and
they
stuff.
eat a lot of
Benin and
pork.
stuff like that. Listen, I don't do that no more.
Okay.
But turkey bacon is blasphemy.
Oh, Oh, come on, man.
But I had some good turkey bacon. Look, I changed my mind because turkey bacon is like plastic to me. To me, it's fake. When you eat the real bacon, that good old Alabama, Georgia bacon, back in the country, real bacon, that thick, baby. But no, I had to give it up.
Yes,
I did. But
good job.
I had to give it up. But
yeah,
I burned several lakes about my bacon. I'm so serious, y'all. I'm being honest.
Well, the only thing I'm saying is, because we were going back to the bed is undefiled. So my thing is, again, I think the way the book it states itself, because in one part it does tell you, don't do this. You dig what I'm saying? So when it comes back and say, hey, all things, all meat he made is good and this and that, but he also told you, that, this meat you're not to eat.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So I would think like the bed is undefiled is like, yeah, in this aspect, but at the same time, it told you not to do these things over here. You dig what I'm saying?
Because there was a moral code of conduct, and when you think about every time when the Jews were in exile and they were out with the Gentiles, there were a lot of debauchery going on. There was a lot of sexual immortality going on. Yeah. And so being that you are a chosen people, you are a pure and holy people, you need to live as such. And so that is why those codes and why those emphasis, those references was very much so indoctrinated in the Torah, in Judaism, even in Islam, because of the holiness, because of living in pagan Gentile areas. And so it was anything goes. And so sexual orgies and stuff like that was common, especially in the Roman Empire. And so that's how you can, number one, be distinguished. You are a chosen sect from amongst these different clandestine other communities of people. And so that is definitely why the Levitical law, they always brought you back to the law. Never forget the Torah. They always wanted to make sure that they never forgot that, because a lot of times when you're living in these foreign places, you just say you do as the Gentiles do. When you be with them, like, wait a minute, no, you can't do what the Gentiles do, because you are a holy and you are a chosen people. And so that's why you can't eat what they eat, because they was eating. That's why they was eating everything else. Like they really didn't live a disciplined holy life like people who were of the Hebrew nation. And so that's what set them apart from others in the land and the region. And that's why they were so easy identifiable, because of their light, because of the way they lived. They were set apart. And so that definitely is why it was written as such, like that.
All right. And if you bring a third party in your bed,
stuck on this.
If you bring a third party in your bed, again, that will go against it. One of the other laws where it says man is not to lie with man, a woman is not to lie with woman.
Right. So that still goes with that.
So that here's the the contrast where it's like, okay, this means one thing, and this means, this does not constitute that this is violent.
That takes it back to when you said a guy could have a concubine. And
right. It's
right.
The same thing.
So the woman could just sit to the side. Why are we having this conversation?
Right. I don't know why. But then you have some people who understand in different conversations and different sects of people. They feel like if the husband and wife are in agreement and feel like, we can have this open marriage and have this and this and that, they feel like for them, if their partner is aware of it, they allow them to have those extra, women and or men, because they feel like, I'd rather know that you're doing this versus than you cheating on me. This is just the modern conversation. Right. And understanding, like, some people feel like because we are two consenting adults, we know this. These are the boundaries. People who live the swing and open lifestyle. Right. Those are the type of the conversations that they have. And for them, they don't feel like they're defiling their bed, because they're in agreement.
But you know what? All you got to do is look at the math. Because math don't lie. We come up with all kind of scenarios and synopsises, but math don't lie. And when you look at the math, if man, it's just like when a parent is like, oh, I don't know what my child is doing out there in the street, so come home. If you want to bring a boy over to sleep with, you know, and as long as you're doing it here, and I know what you're doing, you want to do some drugs, you want to drink, you want to do whatever you do, as long as they're doing it here in the home with me, I know what they're doing. But that same child grows up, you know, getting pregnant, you know, having babies, not excelling in life, achieving, getting high, you know, doing all this here stuff, then they end up cussing you out and treating you. The math does not add up at that point. You dig what I'm saying?
I dig.
So all we have to do is look at the math, because when you start bringing people in your bed, then your marriage,
come on,
you understand, starts falling apart. You understand what I'm saying? It usually ends.
Yeah,
you dig,
does.
when you start bringing other people in. So again, the math does not add up.
I like
and
that.
the way that the Father created this whole thing, us and all, he did it through math. Perfect math.
Perfect.
You understand what I'm saying? So when the math starts falling apart, then you know that something is wrong. And preferably the math, that the multiplication that you're using is wrong. Okay?
That is not the
1
common
plus 1
denominator.
equals 2.
Right.
Not 3. You dig what I'm saying?
I dig what you're saying.
Yeah, the math.
1 times 1 equals
when
1.
you can't, so when you can't figure it out, you can't, just do the math. How does this end? What's the end game? You dig what I'm saying? And when you see the end game, because you got to be able to see the end game in anything you're doing. And when you see the end game, you understand then that, hey, either this works or it doesn't work. So to my point, to those things, they don't work.
You couldn't be a counselor, because, baby, I used to be sitting in some of my sessions like, what? You did what? Okay. Yeah. Some very interesting conversations on that kind of stuff. In Christian, it happens. you know. Yeah, Christian households.
So what they was doing in counseling?
Because eventually we had a couple who decided they wanted to have an open marriage. They wanted to explore. This was in Atlanta. They wanted to explore a swinging lifestyle. And so eventually, what happened? You have a spouse that becomes insecure because when they start seeing like they're attracted to a certain type of woman, or they feel like they're more attracted to this other partner, and their sex life is now taking a decline because it seemed like the husband was more in tune sexually connected to this other woman, and so now it's not fun for them anymore. And so she doesn't want to, sleep with other men. She genuinely wants to be with her husband, but she wanted to do it so that way her husband wouldn't stray. So a lot of times it's not from a place of like we're really being consensual adults. It's
it's
being
bad.
Self-sacrificing all in order to keep a man.
It's bad math.
Yeah. And the man was like, he didn't want to stop, and she like, I want to stop, but she wanted to divorce. I don't want a divorce. We agreed to this. And so it was a lot of I would say life rescripting for them and putting things in context for them to really allow God and allow the Holy Spirit to really touch those broken places and really dig deep. And their marriage was saved, and they did, exit out of that lifestyle.
That's good.
And so, but you're right, when you're talking about the math, I'm trying not to go too deep, but there are a lot of people in modern society, because of how sexual perversion is just so widely accepted, that, a lot of people are deviating from those core values, or deviating from what is right, or what we consider to be a societal norm of what a safe marriage, the bed would look like, just the missionary and all that stuff. So people, they try different stuff because of the gateway of pornography and, gentlemen's clubs, or, orgy parties and stuff like that people don't realize that once they open Pandora's box, there are ramifications for that. And sometimes people, their spirituality, like they're lost and they never come back. They're stuck, and then they pick up, those, like we say, them spirits. And those succubus spirits, and people get caught up in sexual deviancy, and they do not come back. They don't, sometimes mentally they don't snap back.
And that's why I said what I said.
Multi-layered.
That all you have to do, is, because you may not understand, but if you do the math, if you look at it mathematically, this does not work. This is not going to turn out well. You see, the math don't lie. So your people that you were counseling, this and that, you know, they were doing what they were doing. It felt good. They thought it was liberating, whatever. But the math does not lie. And it came back to haunt them. So it goes back to my original point. Math is, you know, is to be done and calculated how it is. Numbers don't change. They don't, it is what it is. So when you do the math, you understand that this is not what you do. You do not add people in your marriage. You do not put, because it's, one or the other, something's going to happen, kooky and this and that, because it doesn't work. It doesn't add up. So I think that is self-explanatory for, even if you don't want to say it's, let's not even put biblical in it. Let's just take that out of it. Let's just look at the fact of just the simple math of it. It doesn't work. So why would you want to do anything that doesn't work? Mathematically, that's stupid. You understand what I'm saying? So goes back to my point of every analogy that I brought up. The math doesn't work. So it doesn't work, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Okay.
And so it's been real today on the Ms.Dria Show, right?
That I think so. I think
we covered a litany of things today.
way too real.
Bring it on back, baby. Come back.
No, seriously, it was a pleasure. Having
It was a pleasure.
It was it, yeah.
I got pumpkin seeds versus popcorn.
Okay.
See?
It was a pleasure having Queensley here. It was a pleasure.
The curve.
Yeah, the Queen of Curve.
Queensley, the Queen of Curve. Yeah.
It was a pleasure having her here. Be sure to look out for her.
Yes.
And everything that she's going to be doing, guys. Remember to keep her, in your brain. Also, I would like to thank all of you guys for helping. What is going on? Why you got the giggles? What's going on?
It's these cranberries and pumpkin seeds. Y'all know I'm silly.
It was a pleasure being in front of you guys tonight. It was. I like to thank the crew here. I like to thank the one and only guy in the corner there who's always putting on the show, keeping us live every Thursday. I like to thank my beautiful co-host.
Thank you, doll. Thank you, doll.
I like to thank the entire Universe Miami Network. I like to thank the entire Model Gang family, the Wonder Twins family.
Woo-hoo.
Demetra.
Hey, Timmy.
I like to thank the one and only, the Most High, for allowing us to be here and share this moment with you. I look forward to seeing you next Thursday at 8.
I do too.
All right.
Yes.
So it seems like we're going to be working on some pretty interesting things. So just stay tuned and let's see what we have lined up for us. But do you have anything you want to say?
Oh man, again, shout out to the city of Miami Gardens, man, for an amazing Jazz in the Gardens Music Fest. Shout out to the Wonder Twins, Brand and Demi in her absence. And we just had a great time at the FMAC conference, and we represented for Model Gang.
All right.
And the Wonder Twins being up there with Miss Cynthia Bailey and Miss Eva Marcel. So it was amazing to be with some supermodels with the Model Gang brand. So it was phenomenal last week. And lay around for April 29th for the Ms.Dria Show will be with the Wonder Twins as we walk in victory with our first annual 5K walk at the Betty T. Ferguson Recreational Complex in the beautiful city of Miami Gardens.
I'm excited.
Yeah, excited too.
We're going to get hot.
Yeah, we're going to see, we already starting our final, so we're going to go live eating.
See, you're going to be
and then we're moving our body.
There. That way when you live, that way when we're eating all this live food, we're going to have the energy to knock out that 3 mile. Some change, whatever it is. Yeah. We're going to have the energy.
We're going to be good. We're going to be good.
It's going to be a piece of cake.
All right.
So run that plug again.
All right. So, again, we're looking forward to April 29th at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Betty T. Ferguson Recreational Complex in the beautiful city of Miami Gardens, where the Wonder Twins are going to have their first annual 5K walkathon. So come out. You can also register at the Wonder Twins 81 at Gmail. That's Wonder Twins with a Z. Number is 81 at gmail.com to register for your chance to walk with us. Okay?
All right.
Yes.
I'm excited.
I'm ready. I'm
Can't
excited.
wait.
Ms.Dria gonna be next to me too, looking fly. Model gang, Wonder Twins domination. Ow.
It was a pleasure being in front of you guys tonight. We look forward to seeing you next Thursday at 8. Good night.
Good night.
Have a great one.
First alert radar this evening. We do have some returns on the radar, but looking at the observations down in Natchez and some of the cameras down there, it's not actually hitting the ground. What's happening is that a lot of this moisture right now is getting eaten up by the dry air. Look at the dew point in the area right now. Right now, dew points in the 20s and near 30 degrees across central Mississippi. Well, hey there.
I don't know what's going on, but Zane doesn't know. Are you sure? Are you crazy sure?
Well, we've got a little bit of interesting things going on right now. Take a look at what's going on right now. You want to point out the weather right now?
Yeah, there were phones everywhere and toots. It's crazy.
Take a live look from our Alpha Insurance Skycam right now. We've got cloudy skies across central Mississippi right now. No rain showers across the area. More on the way, though.